Boom! What the fuck is going on? Another episode of Old School Fuck With. Yeah, so just another case of starving artist styles, artistic frustrations, depressions, almost obsolete hardware, inflated firmware updates, infrastructural issues, straight up fucking Melbourne winter. So this is like episode NOID. I'd spent the whole past week trying to upload a 40-minute clip. I went on a rampage, answering everybody's questions. There was no disses. We actually put some pretty classic stuff of a SKB battle versus Fresh Socks. Shout outs to them. They have an anniversary in September. And a few stories about my time in Japan. So first things first, I'm finally able to get back on the road. Uber finally gave me my police check, and their bots sent me another message that I was one of the top 5% Uber drivers at the moment for them, and I haven't driven since May. So that means, yeah, I'm gonna get, I can start working again, I can start saving some cash, and first things first, when I do make that cash, is I'm gonna pay some debts back, but also, I'm gonna get a bloody upgrade. That's a 2009 model. Second of all, a few updates. Lost Souls, which is a project I did with L-Jax, Sam Odlum from Fresh Socks Crew, as well as Montanessa, and Pancho, which is a post-production FX company that work on Mazda ads, will be releasing our music video clip within the month or two. We filmed it in December, and due to delays, it hasn't been done yet. But yeah, be on the lookout for Lost Souls. There's going to be a massive launch of that. That's actually the reason why I had the whole Chinese pirate, pubic hairs come out of my face look for a minute. Besides that, we've got some pretty cool things going on. The usual projects. We've got more Pogi Salsa's coming out eventually. We've got another Pogi Salsa backseat ballads release coming out soon, real soon. We're about to edit the final parts of that today. Plus, constant pondering upon the notion of being a Filipino Australian. Pinoy Australiano. Anchor.fm/Lamaroc. Please check that out. If you like what you're watching and what you're hearing, then please support me on my Patreon account. That's Patreon, Patreon, and look for Lamaroc as I am documenting the process of creating the Pogi Salsa. So massive apologies for the delay of this current NOID episode. I've just been really annoyed that my software is glitchy, and I have been unable, despite a gazillion workarounds over multiple platforms, still haven't been able to export a simple 40-minute clip. But maybe that's a good thing, because who the fuck wants to listen to an old school fuckwit talk shit for 40 minutes? I know I do. Anyways, the whole point is that I keep you on your toes. I think some people have criticisms about how shit should be done these days, and when you should release it, and how many likes and shares you're gonna get, and blah 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 blah. I mean, who gives a fuck, man? But those criticisms and pieces of advice are deeply appreciated. And the only reason why I'm doing this is, for those of you who don't know, I used to be a full-time video editor for a production company called Pandora's Box out in Campbellfield. Then we moved to Scoresby. Then I went to Freestyle Session 10. It was the one on the Queen Mary, one on the ship with the epic battle between Massive Monkeys in California. And when I got back, they told me I was out of the job. Like, what I did wasn't cricket. Now, my manager, he said he was dyslexic. I'm not going to use that against him. But I swear to God, while we were still at Campbellfield, I'd given him at least 6 months notice that I was going to go to Freestyle Session in August. Anyways, I digress. So in that time, just before all of this editing stuff became, used for domestic purposes or domesticized, I was messing with After Effects 4. We were editing on a Celeron PC with SCSI drives and using Avid Media Express. So that's why I'm a bit of an old school fuckwit. I like to use my short keys. I don't like to, drag the bloody ribbon to edit like that and put it into place. I know, the new school cats like doing stuff like that. My boy Yolich likes to do things that way. But I like to do the whole like chop, cut, chop, cut, chop, cut, chop, cut, just all over the place, just continuously cutting, and just refining it real nice, quickly. I guess it's similar to whether or not you like doing footwork clockwise or anti-clockwise. It's just a bloody preference. Anyways, so today I don't really have anything to talk about. This is more just a sort of quick update to let you guys know that I'm still here and that the intention is to still produce consistent content, and that just because of the times, I'd like to step up my production values and such, but with having $0 to your name and having to use a lot of massive workarounds, I think I'm just going to have to do with filming everything and editing everything on my iPhone 5S. But there is one thing I do want to say, and I'd like to hear your feedback on this. If you like what you watch, please please subscribe, please turn on your notifications. You know the deal if you've watched other YouTubers and vloggers out there. It's just a way for things to get going. I don't really give a fuck about the numbers. It's more so that we can open up conversation for healthy, forward-thinking growth. And that thing I want to say, and it comes from an old school fuckwit fucking perspective, right? Is that why is it I need to go on B-Boy World or Red Bull or on fucking YouTube and friggin' rip some, crappy mix? I mean, there's some really good mixes out there, don't get me wrong. But what's being handed to the average new school B-boy, B-girl, dancer, all-styler, popper locker, fucking you name it, is crap. And where the fuck are the local DJs releasing the mixes on a consistent basis as they sit on 350 gigs of music, like me, of all the best shit that we used to love dancing to and stuff we've dug up like you're supposed to do if you're into hip-hop? And why the fuck is no one releasing shit? Well, maybe that's a question regarding Australian culture. The whole tall poppy syndrome shit. And I guess if you're Filipino, or you come from an ethnic background, the whole crab mentality of pulling yourself down, like, oh, whoa, Lamaroc, don't get ahead of yourself now, like, you gotta take it easy. There's a red line across here. You can't cross over that just yet. The hustle here is weak, and that's why the scene is weak. We got some of the most talented artists here, but we're starting to get real fucking cocky that we're actually somebody in the fucking world scene because friggin' Melbourne. And dudes are still using MELBURN. Who the fuck are you burning? Let the bloody skills talk and show us some work. Get some consistent stuff out there. As the population increases, you see it in the traffic, you see it in the suburbs. Majority of fucking old school fuckwits are moving from another city into Melbourne. Yeah, might as well provide content for them so we don't forget what Melbourne really is. Because what we're getting is an influx of fucking posers trying to be like the other posers that are fronting to be fucking Melburnians. They can all get fucked. I keep my mouth shut, but sometimes you just gotta say something. And I'd really appreciate it if I had 100 fucking thumbs down and 1 like. Because that shows me that you guys don't even fucking have a clue about what the fuck is going on to you right now. The fact that worldwide they call them hipsters is outrageous. The fact that I'm on the cusp of being a millennial, and when we were hipsters, we worked real hard to get some shit going for Melbourne. Then in comes Whoop-de-Dick, appropriates some fucking shit, accumulated knowledge, pretends he fucking knows everything about everything, and ends up being more offensive than actually true to the fucking cause. And as a result, you got a fucking tonload of fucking posers, a shitload of fucking shit cunts, and a generation of fucking young and old people who have no fucking respect for the hard work it took to get some shit ready for their fucking city that we were fucking proud of and made us happy. Put the fucking hard yard in and don't be afraid to look like a shit cunt. Don't look like a sick cunt and actually be a shit cunt. Don't blame the old school for your faults, even though that's what the fucking studies say. You were fucking born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Unless you're from a place of poverty, then you have no bloody fucking right to fucking do what you're fucking doing right now, cunt. And be grateful, you fucking ungrateful fuckwits. You have everything at your disposal to make the world a better place, and all you're doing is having fucking first world fuckwit problems. Go through some fucking voluntary poverty for a minute, why don't you? See what it's like to be a starving artist. See what it's like to actually try and care for somebody. See what it really means to be a true activist. See what it means to be unnoticed for at least a decade or two before you actually start getting props. See what the fuck you can do without having a fucking smartphone in your hand 24 fucking 7. See if you've actually got a pickup game without fucking sending text messages. See if you can get a fucking date without a fucking app. Sorry guys, sorry, I got a little bit carried away there. It's just, when you're fucking under the weather, and you've just had a whole fucking shitload of frustrations trying to get things done. Sometimes, it all piles up and then comes out the wrong way. Nah. Forget about what I said. It's all about the love. But that old school love is one that you shouldn't forget. It's the tough love. It's the tough love, I'm not putting down anyone with, real issues. I'm just talking about some of the shit that I hear in the news, some of the shit that comes up in conversations. It's just not applicable to me, unfortunately, And I'd like to think, even though I'm in my 30s, if technically I'm part of the millennial generation, according to what's on the interwebs, then, I'd like to still think that I'm pretty up to date with, a majority of this shit. And while my habits are old school, I am approaching methods of the new school, and I'm on fucking social media constantly. But something's got to give when you only feel like you're the only one for the cause. Like, why the fuck am I still the only fucking b-boy in Keilor Downs? What the fuck? Doesn't anyone else want to represent 3038? I mean, I know there's some new school kids, that represent, I forget the council. Anyway, shout outs to all those young kids. You know who you are. NASA's kids. I won't name names because there's a fucking shitload of you and I've forgotten most of your names, but you know who you guys are. Young masters, you keep representing for the West because we need you. And those kids, you know, like, fuck, they've been through a lot already, even before arriving in the country, you know what I'm saying? And even the ones that are part of that crew that are from Melbourne originally, you know, like, they just know they're switched on, they've gone through the hardships, they're the next generation, they're the post-millennial kids, you know, or, you know, they're the millennials, like, closer towards the end, born after 97, you know what I'm saying? And it's in that generation I rest my fucking case in, because those guys will be the guys that will transcend us to the next level. And with that, I'm out. Fucking, I don't know how long this fucking podcast has gone for. I mean, this fucking vlog, whatever you want to call it. But I have been an old school fuckwit. It's been a pleasure being an old school fuckwit in front of all of you. Please write in the comments below. Please share. Please like. Please subscribe. And give me some fucking thumbs downs. You know, like, fucking just, you know, let's go, man. I'm an old school fucking keyboard warrior. So you want to talk shit? Let's fucking talk shit. You want to say something insightful? Let's talk insightfulness. You want to philosophize? Let's philosophize. Whatever it is, let's just keep things moving, because where I'm at right now, things are a bit stagnant, but we try to keep things moving, yeah? We don't want to get bogged down this winter. Peace out. This is Lamaroc, your old school fuckwit, episode NOID or 2 or whatever you want to call it. Peace.